Show nikaa nilikuwa na break ama na break up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of God, welcome to Journey with the Omondis. When it's Monday, we journey. Ladies and gentlemen, imekuwa time poa sana in the past couple of months and weeks and days, yani just trying to, let's say it's been a long time coming. And you know what? We are almost getting to the wedding. Tungekuwa place ingine tungesema we are almost coming to 500,000 subscribers. But today we are talking ratio because it's that time of this journey when we get to celebrate marriage, and we're gonna start traditionally. All right, but before then, last week tuliangalia story moja ilikuwa tamu sana, ingawaje last week tulikuwa na mengi ya internet ilikuwa inasumbua and all that stuff. We were glad to be able to just host you last week. So last week we talked about community and the power of community, and we said so many things. It was more of teaching, So leo tunajaribu tuone kama tunaweza piga hii story. Now that we have these guys here, and now that their internet is not dropping today, tunataka kuona kama tunaweza piga hii story vile iko from mwanzo, kupanga hii story mpaka kurudi na mdem. Sawa. Of course alimwacha huko. But atatuambia kama alimwacha huko kama alirudi na yeye. Unajua, but when you go to Naga, wacha niende nipewe msichana ama vitu kama hizo. So anyway, that is what we are doing today. We are talking about ratio, and karibu sana. If you're watching us, please let us know you're watching by commenting hapo kando and letting us know where you're watching us from. Also, let us know what you like so much about this show, because December is here. Na tuko karibu kukafunga. Let us know whether you'd like to see us in January. Wacha tujue. We only have, is it 2 shows? We have 2 shows before we end the year. So we would like to know what you think about this show. Please, tupe feedback. Usinyamaza hivyo. Siku hizi mmekuwa mkinyamaza sana. Watu wetu, Laura tukuoni. And inatupea wasiwasi. Yeah, let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know what you think about this show. And let us know, what you think we could, do better come January. Share your feedback hapo, itakuwa fiti sana, and we truly appreciate your support thus far. Sasa hivi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of our mighty God, put your hands together for the couple of the day, the couple of the journey, the driver and the co-driver, caretaker that the care taken care of. The Omondis.
The one taken care of. The one taken care of. Good evening, habari zenu nyote. Yeah, it's Monday when this show comes to your screen, whether it's on pengine una stream kwa TV, pengine ni laptop ama ni simu. Journey the Omondis, a place where we just get to tell our story and point out how God has led our steps as individuals before we started off, before we met and together as a couple. And today we're excited to just share about how our ratio or traditional wedding sort of happened. That's where we are at. And it's always an honor to have you join us every evening on YouTube, Journey with the Omondis, or right here on Facebook, Journey with the Omondis. Karibuni sana. Let's carry on with the journey. Mimi ndio Eriko Omosh mwenyewe.
Awesome.
Na uni wangu.
Mukso Omosh.
All right, that's amazing. That's good to hear. Please, if you're watching us, you can go ahead and start a watch party. Inasaidiaga sana kueneza hii injili. So go ahead and do that even right now as we start this show. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Every journey that has a beginning must have an end. And we started talking about this ratio things just since, I think 2 weeks ago. Let me say 2 episodes ago, because we've not met 2 weeks consistently. But 2 episodes ago, I think we started mentioning this ratio thing. And you know what? We are here. All right? So, we just want to know, ukisikia, brother, ukisikia, when you started planning for this ratio thing, you've gone down on one knee, and of course, you know what's coming is ratio. what are you processing during this time, and you know, who are you talking to? Umeanza kuongea na nani? Najua maybe uko kwa list ya mabazenga, because last week tulibonga community. Uko na list ya mabazenga, uko like, yo, it's going down. Ndio sisi hao. Tupe story, tupe hondo. Let us know what is happening during this time.
After kupiga magoti, after going down on my one knee. So of course, it was part of we had a lineup like we've mentioned to you already. So we knew that the next thing was going now to ask for Mwix's hand in marriage kwa community yake where she comes from, and that is Kitui, somewhere in between Kitui town and Mulutu market. Sijui kunaitwaje, but ni mahali tu hapo katikati. Okay, so tukaanza ku strategize. At least I knew the place. I had gone there
several times.
I had gone there I think twice, if not 3 times. Ile ya kwenda tu just showing up. Showing up. Wasajue tu kuna kijana fulani ashaitembea hapa, and then I think the other time I had gone with, was it Maganjo? I had gone with but then I think 3 times. I'd also gone with my parents. Ile sasa, you know, ile nambwa sasa, and wazazi wakam. Ando watu tunaweza ongelesha. Okay. So tulikuwa najua place, and sasa the work was to identify one, to identify the people that I would like to join me, because of course uweze enda na kila mse in as much as you like to. Uweze enda na kila mse, so I needed to figure out who do I want to invite to this. Alafu pia at that point I think list ilikuwa tushapatiwa list ya the items to bring. So there was, you know, identifying kwa clear the things on the list that you need to go with. So that's something to do with the budget. Alafu pia sasa the people to take you there. So hizo ndio vitu nilikuwa na process around that time, asking myself who do I want to call along.
Ulikumemba upeleke nini?
Hiyo list I wish ningeiweka. Nilikuwa nimeambiwa nipeleke miwa.
Miwa.
Ndizi. Sugarcane. Sugarcane or it was sugarcane or honey or sugar, I think.
Na hizo si ungepeleka tu Mwix wako. Wakikuitisha honey unawaambia honey hata mko nayo.
You have enough. And ilikuwa tu vitu tu hapo. I had to bring migomba ya ndizi, about 2 I think, big ones. Kulikuwa tu na vitu tu hapo, mbuzi walikuwa 5 3 na wili wa kukula, mmoja alikuwa achinjwe hapo. I was to do the slaughtering myself. And hiyo tutaingilia about the day, how the day went. So kulikuwa na blanketi na shuka ya mother-in-law. Bundles za unga, both ugali and chapo, I think. Some crates of soda. Vitu.
Na sasa na pesa.
Na mula, pesa taslim, cash money.
Pesa ulikuwa ushapewa figa.
Yeah.
The figure was unajua hiyo story ya do. Aku amepoa figa.
Really?
Akaamba kuja na gift, but sasa kulikuwa na story ya mbuzi sijui, na yeye alienda tu na yeye alikuwa ng'ombe yenye ilienda kama imetembea ni moja. The rest sasa walikuwa na convert to cash.
You know,
Mwix unakumbuka sana. Were you in that brother, shikilia tu kidogo. Wacha niruke sasa kwa Mwix. Naona akorada. So when all this is happening, travel home ama what is happening now in your world?
Hapa hizo vitu zote tuna process tu na yeye. Tulienda kubuy hizo mablanketi na yeye. tunaangalia kila kitu tulifanya
hizo rasho za Nairobi
pale, hizo rasho za Nairobi nakwambia, pale kunaitwaje hii soko ya hapa nasikianga. Hapo ndo nilijua kuna soko inaitwa Kamukunji.
Alafu sasa unaona hizo migomba hizo maunga, mimi nilikuwa ndo nikaenda kubuy, mimi ndo nilienda kuzibuy bado, so nilikuwa kwa hiyo mix.
Unajua nimerealize hizi rasho za Nairobi zinakuwaga tu hivyo, ni different sana. Kitambo I think mdema alikuwa anafichwa, unajua we hata maybe mliona tu once manze, mliona tu once, so hata ukienda kuomba mdem ile introduction ni serious, like unaenda kuomba mdem sababu mdem hata hakujui. Ulimuona tu kampenda, so ukaambia watu wako twendeni kuna kitu nimeona, so ilikuwa serious. So by the time unaenda Russia, it's so serious that it's a big deal. Mdem kwanza hata mjakuwa mkionana, but I think siku hizi, because hata for me mdem anaendaga kama Russia ya Sato, mdem anaendaga home Friday.
Enda na lala huko, alafu mnarudi na hiyo Sato jioni.
Mnarudi na hiyo Sato jioni.
Mnarudi na Nairobi.
Anyway, Mwix. So Mwix, you are fully involved, and you are part of it completely.
Hata hiyo list niliona.
Hata hiyo list uliona. So how did that make you feel about the event? Did you feel, no, this is not what I wanted for myself, or yeah, this is super because I get to be part of my Russia, my event? What did it make you feel?
Okay, I think for me, sikuwa na expectations that atio lazima Russia yangu itakuwa hivi or nini. I didn't have that expectation. But I was just happy that that Eric had decided to honor me. To me that felt like he was honoring me. So nilikuwa na feel tu poa, unaona, as in because kuna wase wengi mtu anachoose tu kuchukua tu mdemo anaenda anaishi na hiyo story nisha tu hapo. But for me nilikuwa na feel tu poa, as in and he's going out of his way to honor me. So I was just happy.
Wacha nisome comment ya Laura. Unajua Laura alishaingia na
karibu Laura
tumuoni. Laura anasema
anapiga kelele tujua amefika. Lao karibu.
Laura akiu tunakupenda na Mungu anakupenda zaidi. Ati fanya Russia, but nishaoenda either kuosha vyombo ama kukula. Si ni life. Hey, Laura niko na swali. Namanda kuuliza tu next week.
Vile ushasema hivyo utamuuliza, sidhani atakupatia break.
Atakutumia message na comment na nangoja hiyo swali.
Atakutumia inbox. Atakuuliza swali.
Nangoja hiyo swali.
So far so good. Kastori kanatamba. So I think sasa tunaangalia background, vitu zilikuwa zinaendelea hata tujaanza safari. So tumeenda ma shopping. Brother ushajua, I think kama kuna time inasaidia mwanaume sana ni time ya wedo na kupanga planning for your wedding ama marriage, because you get to know so many places and things that you didn't know. Na unasangaga mademo anajuaga hizi vitu aje. Kwani kuna wana a master class, kama kuna daro mademo wanaenda wanatrainiwa soko zote za Nairobi, vitu kama hizo bila wewe, because apparently they seem to know these places. So umejua ati Kariobangi, umejua Kamukunji, and sasa umeenda kubai vitu, and what else is happening around that time, brother?
Of course I think the big issue for me as a man was ilikuwa ni kumobilize do. Okay, hiyo ndio ilikuwa issue kubwa sana. Hizi vitu zingine zilikuwa tu they were not major. Ilikuwa tu ni kumobilize do, alafu pia I wanted to look good, so ilikuwa pia ajani day ni harusi traditionally, you get, so I wanted to work on my appearance, first impression, you get. Hizo ndio because na stress, but of course there was an issue to do with just ensuring your list. No, let me mention this first. Kulikuwa na list, but it did not mean at it when we needed to go with everything in the list. In fact, we were even told that in those items kulikuwa na percentage, kwa at least this percentage, at least this percentage.
Na kuna zile zilikuwa ni must.
Na kuna zile zile tuliambiwa these ones are a must. Kama goats zilikuwa must. Actually, I think the number of goats ilikuwa ni higher. I might not be precise. They were higher, but they were negotiated to a lower number, which again changed because now from my people, what the point was, hapana mtu kikwetu lazima tuende kwa kina mdem na ng'ombe. While then they were asking for goats, a number of goats to get. So that was negotiated against, I think it crossed some of the number, a number of the goats. So one of the things that I'm really, really grateful about was that kulikuwa na agreement. So issue ilikuwa tu, we hit the minimum, the reducible minimum, okay? So that we are ready to go for this event.
Okay, so you are raising funds. Mwix, wewe una raise funds?
Hapana, mtajirezea funds aje?
Let's talk about it. So mdema afai kujirezea funds.
Nita raise funds aje? Sasa nitakuwa ni kama mimi ndio nimeenda unajua sasa hiyo ni kwenda ku appreciate hao wazazi wamekulelea msichana, unajua tukaa hizo. Kwa sita kwa sasa ni kama mimi ndio naenda kuja appreciate.
Pia unaenda ku appreciate wazazi kwa kukulea.
So haukuwa na pressure hii ndio inaweza kosa kutosha brother aibike. Hicho meke.
Hapana, nilikuwa najua tu itatosha. Nilikuwa najua itatosha cause pia tulitry ku as in ensure that hatujakuwa extravagant to as in the budget the things that zilikuwa zina happen. Kuna vitu zenye tulicut, tulikuwa tunajiuliza ni wapi tunaweza cut cost. And kuna places tulicut cost. Na pia tulikuwa tuna pray God provide. Na God will come through.
Ningependa kusikia story ya provision brother, but tunakuja hapo kwa provision in a bit. One of the things na pia ndawapatia nafasi mpige story labda kuna story na skip na una feel hii haifai kukosa kwa hii story, so ndakupatia opportunity, ndawapatia kapindo kenye pige tu story. But I want to ask, kama kuna kitu inakujaga inasimama katikati kama shetani kwa harusi na ratio, ni fundi.
Fundi.
Mulikuwa na issue za fundi nyinyi ama mulikuwa tu sawa?
Issue za fundi zenye zilikuwa zitakuja kwa next episode. But kwa ratio hatukuwa na issue za fundi because mtu mwenye alinishonea nguo alifanya a very good job, hatukubishana na yeye, it was very fast. Mwenye alishonea pia Eric hakukuwa na issue. We didn't have any issues with. Now alafu pia I think pia nguo zilikuwa zinashona zilikuwa complicated, so it was just
so simple.
So simple, yeah.
So simple. Na pia things zilishonwa in good time. So we are grateful atukwa. I agree with you. Hizo events mbili fundi anaweza kwa kikwazo. So for our show kutokuwa na such a case, tunashukuru God.
Unajua ratio ni a mini wedding na sana zile vitu zio happen kwa wedding zisha happen ratio in small scale saa zingine in some tribes ama in some cultures ama in some families. Unaweza stukia kuna kwa watu wengine kuna ratio inakuwa kubwa kuliko wedo, but mara mingi wedo ndio inapewa energy mob kuliko ratio watu wanafanyaga small team. But sana hizo vitu zinafanyika kwa ratio ndio sana tunazipeleka tu pale kwa wedo sasa zikiwa kubwa. Maybe kama mko na fundi mna praku na yeye kwa ratio, hapo hakuna aibu kubwa. Alright. Haya, kama ni mtu wa picha, mnapaka na yeye kwa ratio. So sijui kama photography.
Actually si hatukuwa na hapo nilikumbusha story. Anyway, we did not go on photography. We actually just used photos. For phones rather.
But they know alipiga mapicha. Sijui anazienda wapi.
Oh, they know. Yes.
Alipiga picha.
They know alipiga mapicha.
Na nile kamera yao.
Na hizo picha hujui ziko wapi. We just lost them. We don't know where they are. But he gave us the photos.
Yes, he did.
I think zili nini na some laptop I think that I had then.
Okay.
Zilipotelea hapo. Yes, but kama kuna kitu kingine inaweza kuwa obstacle katikati ni photography.
All right. Sawa. The third thing inakuaga catering. So mlikuwa wamama walikuwa wanapika mix. Ni wamama walikuwa wanapika ama mlikuwa na wasee wa Nairobi nini unajua?
So unajua rorasha ya Ukambani. Wase wachali ndio wanakujaga kupika. So wana buy food na wanakuja kupika wao.
So it was us hosting them.
Yes. So,
wow.
So wana feed the family and the community.
Yes.
So what we did, nilienda home nikatafuta wa mama wapike, but now kina Eric sasa walikuwa walipe wale wa mama. Sababu ni mbali wangeenda kupika, wali outsource. Ni kama walitafuta caterers. Yeah.
Ujaliwa ingeruhusu. Anyway.
Kama tungetuma watu wapike wangeenda walale huko, you know.
I know. Logistics
my friend.
Na kulala huko ni gharama.
Gharama hiyo. Umepeleka mtu amelala huko na apike.
Umerusha kitu hapo ikanibamba sana, and if you introduced you know how different communities do different these things differently, so you are not both Kambas. You are Kamba and your husband is Luya. So how different was it for both of you? I don't know who will start. I think brother unaweza anza. How, as you're planning this, maybe Mwix anaanza kuambia unajua kwetu watu wanakujaga hivi, you are realizing things. So how different was it from what you're used to ama what you expected?
First, like I mentioned, in terms of the gifts to bring in Luya land, mahari wa ni ng'ombe. Na saizi ndio inabadilika. Most preferably ni ng'ombe wa miguu minne akitembea. So and that became the thing that my parents negotiated. I know there are other things that do differently. Like for example, when you're hosted to such an event, ni hao wanapika. I mean, it's them. They're hosting you know, again, they host you, and then you compensate. Okay, just compensate the work. But of course tulikubali, tulijua sasa sisi ndio unajua mwenye wanasema mwenye mtaka cha mvunguni
shati inami.
Shati inami. So there are areas that we said hapa we can't negotiate apart from just that one of bringing at least a real cow. Yeah. And it's good that there wasn't much resistance from either sides. Okay. Yeah.
I think one of the things that we did when we started now the process was just to allow the parents to talk, and share how the cultures work and all that. And hatukuwa na headache because waliongea na wakaelewana. We didn't have any issues. We didn't have any disagreements among them. Walielewana. One thing I thank God for is that the parents walielewana vizuri. Hakuna mtu alikuwa na shida na mwenzake. They really agreed very well na kila kitu kenda tu poa.
Wow. All right. I think that's great. It's always interesting to see two communities come together and do one event, and I think compromise inaanza kuwa introduced hapo you know, when you are not used to doing things this way, and you will have to do them that way for a specific, you know, reason ama vitu tu, so you are thrown off a little bit from your comfort zone for the other person. And it's just beautiful to see how God introduces some of these things so early, and I don't know why they shock us when we finally get married. Tunastuka ni kama zile like yo imekuwa safari, tumekuwa tukifanya hizi vitu. And especially during that time, it's not even you, it's your parents wenye wanatupwa deep end, sababu wewe si uko hapo tuku sana sana, uko hapo unaongozwa at that point. So this is ani wazazi wako sasa kunyenyekea, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I don't know, let me throw in a question, a random one. This is not even kwa story yenu, but I just want to ask, where we are going right now, I am sensing like we are slowly losing that thing of ratio. Ni kama inakosa kuwa na uzito, you know. Do you think we need to embrace that, or do you think we need to stick to that tradition of no, ratio ni important na inafaa kuwa hivi na hivi na hivi, or should we go to that thing of wacha watu wakuja wasalimiane, nini si wanapendana waende, ama leta kitu fulani. What do you think about that? Maoni yenu, maybe yeah, you can talk about that, and then I will allow you some time to breathe as I address Laura's issue. You're frozen.
Sorry.
Like I was saying, I think those cultures are important, and so long as si kitu yenye itago against God, sidhani kuna ubaya, because you see like la show kwanza zenye zinafanywa go, you give the community an opportunity to be part of the journey, unajua, because nowadays most of the weddings zina happen Nairobi, na si kila mtu atakuja Nairobi, you see. Hiyo rasho hapo nyumbani imeenda kufanywa hapo, most of the people from the community, they'll come and they will celebrate with you. So it's like Eric says, marriage and a wedding, it's a community event. So when you some of these events give the community an opportunity to be part of it, and so long as si kitu yenye inago against God, I don't think we should drop them. Yeah.
All right.
I agree. Okay. I agree, because basically an event like Rorasho, it's, I mean, we say mwachamila ni mtumu ama si mtumu?
Ni mtumu.
They consist. Anyway, there is part of culture that is important. Even Jesus came through a culture. Okay, he did not kill a culture. There are things that he practiced within the culture that he came in. And so there are things that we need to continue appreciating within our traditions and cultures, except those that stand in the way of us, you know, connecting with God. Okay, those ones. And I'll be sharing maybe later when we come back after the breather, something that I really celebrate my in-laws, and particularly my mother-in-law, for suggesting. I remember she said something earlier on that indicated we will appreciate our culture, but there are things we will not do because we are Christians. You understand? But the main thing, like Muxa said, is such an event gives you an opportunity as children to honor parents. My parents were honored to help me find a wife. Okay. And they stopped whatever they needed to stop. My mom is based in Shags, but she traveled just to come and see where my son is getting a wife from, and she was part of that. I bet she was very excited to behold that day, to be part of the process. My dad as well. And even some people, I went with my my cousins were part of this, and some guys from my community, they liked that. Okay. And they felt honored that this guy found a wife in a good way and he involved us. Okay. And my in-laws also felt honored that this guy did not just, he met our daughter, Ukotu. We didn't know how they met, and he would have chosen to do anything with our daughter, but he chose to come back where the lady came from, and it was honorable. So honor is key, first and foremost. But then secondly, an honor, part of it is honoring God, who created this woman or this man, okay, and gave them a community, which they call family. And then the other thing, like she said again, is just allowing people around those places who cannot be. And yes, it's true. Siku hizi harusi nyingi ni za nini. In fact, unaendanga Ocho unasema unapanga harusi unaulizwa, itakuwa Nairobi. Because unajua tu ikiwa Nairobi umetuchuja. So if there is an opportunity to involve those people in the village, then grab it. Because
right. We'll let you take a breather, but when we come back, we will continue with our story. Laura Nayere, asante sana for being with us. Joy plays Roblox. Karibu sana. I don't know why you are celebrating, woohoo! But karibu sana. Let's comment down below and let us know what it is that you are celebrating. But Laura, now that we are here, I wanted to know, nasiko ubaya, are you aware of, you know, this thing that has been happening? I don't know. This is where hapa ndio tumefika siku hizi, eh? And I don't know if you are a jamaa, would you how would you go about this one? Unaweza fanya nini? I know there are communities that wanafunikaga the girl, you know, wanafunikwa na manguo na mademo wengine wanasimamishwa hapo kando wanafanana. Unakuja sasa unaambiwa utafute ni mgani. But sana sana I think what normally happens is that Charlie anakuwa ameongea na mdemu, sababu mdemu unajua pia anataka kuolewa. Unajua unajaribu kusave do, sababu the more unaendelea kuhata, the more issue inaendelea kuwa hard. So unaongea na mdemu anakuambia mimi ndio nimevaa open ya black, ama mimi ndio niko na wig ya, you know, color fulani. But I think 2020 wameipeleka level ingine, and squeeze watu wanavaa mask. So how this seems so difficult. Let me know what you think about where we are right now. Unaweza chezaje hii story? Ama utaamua whatever man, kaende mimi sijali. Yes. And if you are the lady, what would you do? Would you embrace this for your ratio? Chalia pambane kama anakupenda, ama unaweza sema ai hapana, tiga inainywe. You know, let us know. Laura sana, I would like to hear from you. But let me get the Omondis back. I think wamekunywa maji, wako sawa sasa. Wadau, Mwix, hii ni ratio yako. Brother yako amesema lazima ufunikwe. Hii na amekuja na mask za Money Heist.
Haki ni Money Heist.
Unaweza fanya nini? Chalia pambane ama unaweza kata hii story?
Apambane, si nitajua kama ananijua sasa ya ukweli. Apambane.
By the I'm curious. Now that Dano wewe ndio unatoka kwa community yenye I know most huwa mnafunika ladies like this. Has it ever occurred that Charlie alishindwa ku-identify mdem, and what happened?
Many times.
So alinyang'anywa mdem ama
kitambo ulikuwa unaambiwa urudi tena siku nyingine. Unajua sasa hiyo ni gharama.
Budget nyingine.
Ilikuwa serious. But in the recent years nimekuwa nikiona wana go easy. So ukishindwa unapatiwa opportunity nyingine ya kuchagua hapo. But sasa hiyo ni do inaenda. So every time you choose the wrong person, maybe unapigwa fine, let's say ka 5k kanaanguka, my friend, utaacha ngiri 20 hapo. But in even more recent years, what I've seen people do is that badala ya kurisk, kwanza wewe unajua, sasa imagine kwanza venye nyinyi mnasema mlikuwa mnanyonga ka budget, so of course unajua tu hakuna do manze, so badala ya kurisk wewe unaongea tu na mwix wako, unamwambia wewe cheki, wewe cheza kibebe, siku hizi kuna simu, so unamwambia wewe umevaaje, anakuambia ukikaribia nitafanya hivi kanini kaleso, sawa. Ukifika hapo so makulu, so siku hizi si sana, but in the recent past kuna watu inakuwa hard, unapigwa fine, but kitambo ilikuwa unarudi tena, ilikuwa serious, ilikuwa unarudi tena, but wanasemaga hizo ndio vitu zilikuwa zinafanya hizo stories zinabamba, but mfuko inaumia. Ziubamba sherehe lakini mfuko yako
watu wanafurahi lakini unaumia. And you see kitambo, I think one of the things that could be different right now about ratios is kitambo venye umesema watu hapa hao wenye wanapanga kuoana, they wouldn't have connected sana before the ratio, you get. So hata story ya hint, I mean amjuani atapoa sana hata nyi wenyewe. So ni mwanaume yeye ajisort tu, but squeezy wangamse mmejuana nini, you've bonded, you've dated for quite some time, mumejipanga, hata story ya ratio ni nyinyi kwanza, you're part of the planning, you know, so it's
hata siku ya ratio mulifika ukadrop maka na gari ya beste yako, ukamsalimia, mkaonana, ukamuuliza ama ako na kila kitu anahitaji, ukarudi kuvaa.
Darunoge kama msenajua. Mnoge kama msenajua mwenye tulipeleka kwenda kuchukua mandizi mahali. Tukaenda na yeye asubuhi.
Mimi nakushow. Anyway, haya, sawa basi. So tumefikia wapi? Ulikuwa unaongea kitu and then ukaanguka. But I think ulikuwa unamalizia tu hiyo story ya ni poa hiyo tradition kwa ibaki.
Honor your people in both sides. Sasa zingine unajua people think or we assume that honor ni pande tu ya mdem. That you're honoring the ladies people. But it's also honorable for your parents or people around you to be part of the journey. Okay? It gives them in our bamba. You get. Yeah, so honoring and just allowing the community to be a part of the story. Something else I wanted to mention, like I said, about my mother-in-law, and I appreciate this. She's a Christian. We are Christians. So from the word go, I think one of the things we said is that we want to appreciate the culture, the traditions, but any extremes we will not allow. We will not be a part of it. Okay? And it's good that this was agreeable between us and both parents. My mother-in-law also affirmed that and said, I agree. And even my dad, akasema, that is the way to go. There are things that if we'll be asked to do things that are extremes out of us honoring God, we will not do. And then I realized that kumbe the real traditional ratio ya Wakamba kuna kwanga hiyo mbuzi huwa inachinjwa. Some real traditionalists they do some singing and chanting around the slaughter event, which kind of provokes spirits and all that. People start speaking, people get drunk. There's some libation and all that and such stuff. So that's the thing that we said, we are not going that way at all. Utachinja mbuzi to indicate that now we have, this lady is yours. And kuchinja hiyo mbuzi in Cumberland is to show that huyu sasa ni wife yako. It belongs to you. Okay? And if you guys should disagree, apparently, if you guys should disagree later, you will have to take back the goat.
Now we change it.
Now you will have to undo that. You get, which I like. unaona ni part of tradition which also makes it difficult for people to consider divorce, you get, because you don't want to go down the process again. It's too much work. Why don't you figure out how you can still do the rest of the years together, okay? Whatever happens. Yeah. So I was glad that we agree that we will not do, considering our faith. Okay. Yeah. That's what I wanted to mention. And I think the reason I said I want to mention that it's so that even us, as we come alongside people who are planning their marriage or their wedding and all that, as we participate in the rorashios, we need to be cautious, not to impose things. You get? Not to impose things. And even you as a Christian, if you're a believer yourself, you need to know where to draw the line. Don't just say, I just want to honor and finish. You need to be clear that hapa sasa hapa tunaweka guardrail atuanguki hiyo side ingine. Yeah.
It's good you mentioned about you've talked about that issue, because I think it's a challenge to many believers, because you want to honor your parents, or you really want to honor the traditions and go that direction. But then again, you find yourself in a culture that holds so much onto the traditions that, you know, compromise your beliefs, and it can be nasty. And especially if your parents don't believe, or the people around your community that don't believe, ni wewe tu na chali yako, labda hata labda saa zingine wewe peke yako, ama you know, just one person, it can be difficult. But and I think that is why we encourage to, you know, if you are dating somebody, it's better to be of the same faith, because itahitajika mahali. Kuna wakati itahitajika muamini mtu mmoja. You know, if you don't believe in one master, if you're not under one master, then it becomes so difficult. So I don't know, people who are watching us right now, that's a life hack right there. And it really works to your advantage when you get there. But anyway, tumefika time ya story. So I don't know, we have 15 minutes or so to go. But nataka tuende rashio sasa. So we've talked about the background and all those things, details, but sasa siku imefika. Please take us through the day and the highlights and the lowlights and everything in it, please. Kwanza, uko na pesa imefika, let us know. Tupeleke.
Pesa God only provide, manze. Mi unajua, I told you I dated broke, my guys. So up to this point, I'm still broke, you get, but I have to go honor my in-laws to be, and do what I felt was honorable and right for me to do, to get a wife. So community again came in, so we mobilized what we needed to mobilize. Then we gathered. People gave. There are people that I reached out specifically and said, I would like you to support me just in this area. Last time, I think, was it last time? Yes, we talked to you about the two couples that were very key in planning this ratio. In fact, we had a very long meeting. Ando akasema now, one of the things that we'll have to do is, I think we had planned that Mikali ataenda just a day or two.
Actually, the thing was, first nilikuwa niende ni confirm ni nini nirudi, and then nikuje niende like a few days to Russia.
That was the plan now after the meeting.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly. You see, for us, the two of us, tulikuwa tunaona tu, there are people there we could send. If we need anything, we could send. So tulikuwa tumeona Mwix ataenda tu a day before the ratio, according to us. Okay. But then, because of this community, after the meeting, wakaona hapana, for us to work even better and more effective, like there are things that we need to be clear and follow up, keep on toes, stay on toes about them. And the only person that can help us with this is Mwikali. So they proposed that aende kwanza, mapema, ask, questions because we were not sure about, and I think you did, eh? She went, came back, akatupatia majibu, we met again, followed up, filled up some gaps and all that, and then Sunday akaenda a day before for the ratio, and we were still in communication through this. So the Njues and the Aludas were like the Rorashio committee. Okay, the Rorashio committee.
Are you there?
And then of course, sorry, I think we froze again.
Right, that's okay. You are back.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so that was crucial support, but then there are also others who were supporting the periphery, and support came in a great way. We did not, I think we went with everything we had targeted to go with, everything really. God provided everything we said, this is what we desire to go with. It came through. Now I say walikam Rorashio. Where hiyo Rorashio, we were traveling for, it's about two hours travel. So I thought that the distance will discourage people. People showed up. People came for the Rorashio. Magari ziliendeshwa tukaenda. So that morning I remember we met at tulikutana pale Ipren, the junction to hapo to Katani Road, mali inaanzia from Mombasa Road. That was our meeting point. So guys came there, we met. Kuna watu walikuwa wanatoka mbali wakakam, then tuka hit the road. Sisi yao. Sisi tukaenda tukafika Machakos. Kuna wase, unajua ukiona watu wa kuchocha kaki na Jackie. Unajua Jackie vile uchocha. So tukielekea Machakos, Jackie akachocha. Tuwezi enda bila kunywa chai. Wase tuka relax hapo, I think it's Titot or something. Machakos, we had some breakfast with some tea and some nice samosas. It was amazing. It was the whole trip was just amazing. People were jovial, people were happy. They were there. And now the thing that I did, maybe just to allow Mikali to share as well, the thing that I did again at the Rorashio was I gave every constituent an opportunity. We had adults, a number of adults, and of course those who are priority, because this unajua ni event ya adults ndio key hapo, okay? So those were the majority. But then I also told myself it would be nice to have some young people to just come and see and learn, okay? These things. So I invited some of the guys that I was discipling. That's how Kinadeno came. Alex Juma, Keep came through. Tabitha, Mwangi came through. Tabitha kwanza walidance, walifunga leso wakadance kufungua uji wakishindana na that I lost that video. Oh my goodness. You should have seen Tabby, Jackie, Bridget, and Rosie. Judy Ombok and Rosie Aluda dancing wana compete na the women there kufungua hiyo uji, the traditional uji. Kanipuka poop, but they did a good job. Hatukufainiwa because they did an amazing job. But then we also had children. There are those who came with their children. I don't know if Christian came.
The Omboks came with their children.
I don't know if there's any other child.
I think just the Omboks.
Just the Omboks, yeah. So we had, unaona kulikuwa na the majority, a few youth, and then 2 children.
3.
Yeah.
Jen came.
Oh, Jen was already born, Yeah, 3 children. Yeah. Anything you want to add?
I think for me, my day started with that was the day I was making my hair. So niliamka asubuhi nikasongwa, and just ile kujitayarisha tu nikajitayarisha, and then watu walikuwa washaanza kupika. Watu walirauka sana kupika. So people were just cooking and I was just there, just watching them and just waiting anxiously for these people who were coming to come. Yeah, and it was a good day. It was a great day. Yeah, watu wakakuja wengi.
Kulikujwa. That was a wedding, so to speak. We were so many. Yeah, so tukafika the famous place called Mulutu. Hiyo ilikuwa ni stopover point yetu ya kujipanga sasa. That's where we hakikisha we have everything again, just to confirm. Got there, we confirmed in the list we wanted to come with this. Is it available? Yes. Confirm the money. How much do we have? Is it as we agreed? It was confirmed. That is the point where we again agreed on who is going to be the spokesperson, and even the MC. Was it, or was it the same person? Yeah. So hapo kulikuwa na meeting ya wanaume. Wanaume na mimi. All the times that we went to Kitui with a group of people, that was our meeting point. Tukajipanga, and Ken was our spokesperson that day, Ken Aluda.
He did a great job.
An amazing job.
He did a great job.
Amazing job. Tukafika, tukakaribishwa fiti, nini, settle down, uko manze mankuli, chakula kunapikwa tu. And then you think it's a joke by the way, if you're dating a Mkamba, you think it's a joke. Chakula ikiiva, you will serve them. They will sit and you will go serve them. It's you who is going to serve them and serve them mpaka waseme wameshiba. Okay, so that's what happened. But I was very happy we had a team, a big team that the ladies, yani watu walijituma, yani walijitolea. They served our guests who were hosting us. Okay, they served our guests. They ate. They confirmed they were full. Literally, kuna mwenye mpaka akaconfirm na sign. Kuna mwenye aliharibu hewa. In fact, aliharibu hewa. Saa zile Ken was asking. Ken just taken over the MC. Akauliza, mmeshiba? Akaitikia, akauliza tena, mko sure mmeshiba? Then there's a lady who responded, kuharibu hewa. Akasema, it's clear. That was a highlight. It's clear mmeshiba. So it was really good. And friendships were built. That's the thing I like about such events. It's more than just the event. Friendships were built. There are people, siku hizi mama akisikia wako Kitui, around Kitui, she'll insist they have to pass by. You get why? Because relationships were built.
Yeah, and one of my friends came event Ikisha.
Oh, Diana, yes. Yeah, her longtime friend joined us towards the end, yeah.
I think one of the relationships that was built is my relationship with your mom, Wix.
Hapana, dano kukuja hiyo event, ulikuja pre-wedding. Those are two different events.
Nilikuja gani?
Oh, ulikuja the pre-wedding. After that, they did a send-off. Yes, that's what you came for, yeah.
Ulishinda kuku ama nini?
Mimi nilishinda kuku.
Unakumbuka hiyo story ya kuku na kikombe sijui na kichungi and
yeah, tulishinda some stuff. We had Jemo as well. I think we did.
Sikuwa ratio.
No, Rorasho did.
Yes, kwa Rorasho.
That was a pre-wedding.
Yes.
A send-off or some sort, yeah.
We will talk about that also. But anyway, I think it's just good to sit here and listen to that story. And I want to highlight some of the comments coming. I think Temesios Chola anasema, the question was, retain tradition or just do away with the whole thing? And he says, we retain tradition. Traditional event is rich in culture. Jivan Matadzi.
That's my high school, my classmate in high school.
Na chef wa Mavericks.
But then he's also a chef at Mavericks.
All right. Yes. Anasema mwachamila ni mtumwa. Well said.
Nice to see you, Givan. Nice to see you.
Wow. Karibuni sana, Jivan and Etemesi Ochola. Karibuni sana. Yeah. All right. We are coming to the end of the show. Is there anything else that you would like to add? But, listening to you, nasikia tu nena ndayauka hapa nisikize tena. But we have to come to kilicho na mwanzo lazima kiwe na mwisho. And so the event is over. You are going home. What are some of the tension? I think ni katikati ya event. Was there any tension? And if there was no tension, we can go straight to, the journey back? What are some of the conversations that you're having? What are some of the conversations you're having with your committee in your head? Harusi ndio hii sasa. So one down, tukienda. What is happening around that time?
Vile event iliisha, so hakukuwa na gari yetu kurudi, so we had to go to Kitui town to get a matatu to come back to Nairobi, sababu kuna watu wenye hawakukuwa na ride, so we just allowed them to take the ride zenye zilikuwa, sisi tukabaki kama hatuna, then tukapewa some meat. It was we were given some meat from ile mbuzi yenye sasa alikuwa amechinja. Yeah, so we want.
So after Russia mulidandia matri mkarudi Nairobi.
Tuleta tao tukaenda kupanda. Hatukudandia matri hapo home. Ilibidi tumeda tao Kitui.
Tuleta tao tukachukua matri. Tukachukua
matri na nyama yetu na unajua alafu mimi nilikuwa na kabag kwa nilikuwa nimeenda huko a few days before unajua. Then
I think tulikuwa tunafika around 9 there about.
Yeah. And then we're just celebrating because the event was a success. We're just celebrating and we're just happy that everything had turned out well. And watu walikuwa wametushika mkono sana. People had really hiyo event wase walikam. It was a great day.
It was God's doing. To be very honest, that's why we call this God's story. But hakuna kitu poa inakosanga kasoro. Okay. Yes, and I think it would be good to mention that okay, not kasoro per se, but tension. Let me put it the way you have put it. Somewhere along the way, I don't know whether it was that Russia or it was another event when nika wazee wakiongea huko ndani. There is something that came up. There's a proposal that came up, and then I was called.
Ilikuwa ni pre-wedding.
The pre-wedding, yeah? Okay. So if it wasn't for this event, then let me hold up on that. But everything went on well. However, there are usually expectations from people around us. You get you might want to just play cool, to work on the budget, but the community around you and especially family akukosangi wale watu ama yule mtu tu mwenye yameona opportunity ya to achieve something. It could be to do something to show off or and you see the pressure comes on you. So we had this case, our big sister, with all due respect, Mukali's sister, had a dream, so to speak, with regard to food. For us, I understand that she's part of some chama down there that invests in outside catering. So when she heard that the Rorasho is going to happen, yalikuwa najua we will get these caterers who, by the way, were going to be a little bit more expensive than what we could afford. Okay, so she mentioned it to Mwix, and then of course Mwix, knowing how much you can afford, akamwambia we will not be able to afford those ones for now. Let's just work with this other option. That did not go well with our big sister, and it sort of punctured their relationship, even to this point, by the way. Even to this point, their relationship is not okay. Just because where she's at, she feels in assumptions. She feels her small sis did not give her an opportunity to do what she wanted to do. But you see, her small sister is feeling, well, I could have given you, but at the end of the day, it's me who would have felt the pinch. Well, you would have gone to sleep happy that there's an image, and all that, but mimi ningetafuta hiyo do. So they did not agree per se on that, and they did not go very well. So that is something I felt we needed to mention, because sometimes tunaweza sikia stories tuone tu it's all good and all that, but when it's good, it's good. But when there is something bad, it's also good to mention. Okay, because yes, That's the truth. That's our story. And it's something that we are still battling about rather. We still want to restore this relationship. We've been praying, thinking about it for so long. We still don't know how to go about it, but we hope that one day God will create an opportunity for these two to be reconciled. Yeah.
Wow. Wicks, any parting shot?
It's good to honor parents, and it's good to involve people when you're celebrating something big in your life, something like a marriage. And so usinyime watu hiyo opportunity ya kucelebrate na wewe. Give them the opportunity to celebrate with you, because that is also a way of also showing the world what God has done in your life, and also it's a way of giving thanks to Him by just involving other people.
Awesome. That's a beautiful story. It's not over yet, guys. We might be ending the show tonight, but you know what? Before the year ends, we still have 2 more shows to go. One that we'll be doing next week is wedding preparation. So unasikia hapo pia kuna mastori zingine mobe. Alafu tukafunge na harusi. Hii mwaka tulikuwa tunataka kwanza tufanye harusi. Sawa. So yes. So hii mwaka ensure tumefanya hii harusi, and then when we go to the next next year we will talk about after I do. And at the same time we'll be introducing a beautiful series called After I Do. Next week, Eric and Mary will have an opportunity to share a little bit of details of that and how you can be part of that. But tonight, before we say kwaheri, I see somebody just came in late. Latecomers pia. So this is what they say. Thank you guys for being so.
Maybe amekuwa tu amekuwa kifollow.
Hatuko sure. Usibute latecomers.
No, latecomers kwa comment segment yangu.
You're right. Pole.
Mimi najua Waithera ufollow kutoka time tunaanza.
Nice to have you, Waithera.
All right, thank you guys for being authentic. We just finished Ratio. This Saturday we have a final rite called Itara. Keep us in your prayers. You will not understand what Itara is. You will not. You will not understand. So one of these days we need to go host these guys. Watuambie Itara ni nini. But anyway, next week we will be talking about wedding preparations. Waithera and Duarte, by the congratulations, your wedding is just around the corner. And this is a show you need to watch, because there is a lot you can borrow from this. But I know you can also do that on the side, on the DM. But we feel happy when you join us and be on the journey with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being part of this show, for being part of this community, for being part of this program, for being part of this journey. It's been amazing hanging out with you every Monday for the last many months. And as we come to the end, we just want to let you know that God loves marriages so much. And if it's finances holding you from doing this or getting in here, just know that He's able to take care of that. If it's pride, He's able to take care of that. If it's friends, He will take care of that. Whatever it is that is stopping you from making that decision and saying, you know what, I'm going in, God is able to take care of all that. All you need to do is ask Him to take care of the needs around surrounding you and things that appear to be mountains and giants, because He's able to take care of all your needs. How about we go back to Him in prayer, even in things marriage and all these preparations, even as we get there. Thank you very much. And God, we are grateful that you've been part of us since we started. And now that we are coming to an end, we are grateful that you've still been faithful to us. Thank you for loving marriage so much, so much, that you invite us there gladly and you carry us through even when we get there. Thank you so much. This we pray in Jesus' name, in thanksgiving.
Amen.
Awesome hosting, Dante. Good job.
All right. And tonight, it's time again to say...
Kwaheri. We love you all, guys. Thank you for the support.